Hi guys, it's Ray with Ray's Turquoise Turtle. Today I am testing out KS resin for my epoxy, and I like to use a black base and my regular blooming technique to test any new resin, any new inks, anything like that, because it's my go-to cups, my favorites to do, and so to me it's important that it work with that technique. So I'm going to do my regular bloom, kind of. I'm going to try and keep it a little lighter on the ink so more of the black shows through. And instead of just dropping my white ink on, I'm still going to use my white ink. But of the 30 mLs I mixed up, I saved about 5. And I'm going to mix my white ink in that and something else. So I'm going to go ahead and get that done. White ink. I'm going to use, because I think it's so pretty, this Frosty Pearl Mica from Woody's Goodies. I just really, really like it. So, because it's only 5 mLs, I don't really need a ton. Just a little bit should give it that shimmer. And I'm going to use this mix to create my bloom and bring my colors back out. So, I'm going to mix that and see if it's white. That looks pretty good. So I have, like I said, I mixed up 30 mLs. I coated my tumbler, saved a little bit, and I have a rainbow of inks over here. They're all open and ready. It's a variety. So I'm just going to get started. I'll tell you what I'm using as I go. This is Tim Holtz Mojito. That was a big squeeze. Too much. I have Woody's Goodies Tropical Mermaid for an aqua. I have Woody's Goodies Lemon Drop for my yellow. This yellow is so bright. I love it. I have Tim Holtz Valencia for an orange. I'm not going for a rainbow, I'm going for random, so it makes it a little harder, because other than that yellow, can't really see where they've landed so far. So, hope for the best that I'm not mixing anything that's going to make a muddy mess. I have Tim Holtz Gumball for a pink. And I just dumped the pink in that green, or yellow, so we'll see what that does. And I have Vineyard for the purple. I tend to grab Vineyard for purple because it seems to hold its purple kind of the best in the resin. So I'm going to go ahead and just drizzle my white on, and hopefully it's enough white to pull some color back. I mean, it should. You can use ink, you can use paint. I don't like the paint method because the paint tends to get stringy if you use too much, and it's not hard to end up using too much. So I tend to stick to my inks. But for this one, I wanted to go ahead and use the mica for just a little bit of a shimmer. So it's starting to pick up color as it turns. And I really, so far, I mean, I know I can't tell till these dry, but I really do like this resin so far, so that's good. Alright, so I've used pretty much every last drop of this. Hopefully I got enough to the bottom. I'm going to go ahead and grab my heat gun. I think the yellow is kind of going to take over just in general because it's so neon and vibrant. But I'm going to go ahead and hit it with my heat gun a little bit. I'm going to crank the heat up and get it warmed pretty quickly. And then I'm going to see if I can tilt it some to get some movement. You might not need to tilt too much though, because it is moving pretty good on its own already. I like that there's some of the pearl without color. Let me get the bottom a little bit. Turn this off. All right. So I do have a little void spot there I do want to hit, because if you can catch them when they're happening, it's best. I'm going to shut this off a second. I'm going to see if I can carefully, depends on how tight I twisted it on, get it off the arm. And I'm going to let it run down the cup if I can get it to move some. May not have heated it enough to get a ton of movement. No, that side's running. Look at that. So I'm going to tilt it back up. Got great movement on one side, and one side's just kind of hanging out. Interesting. You can see where that big band of yellow pulled down and through. I'm going to set it upright for a second. I think I'm actually going to. I just touched my tumbler to my phone charger. That was fun. I'm going to hit some heat on this spot while I've got it in my hand. Kind of wild right now. It looks like two completely different cups. But I'm going to go ahead and get it back on its turner carefully and get it doing its thing again. And I will let it spin out naturally the rest of the way on its own from here on out. So I'm going to let it turn that way now. And I will come back tomorrow and we will see what we ended up with. Alrighty. Okay, here is that one that I did. I am pretty pleased with this resin, actually. This is still, I wouldn't even call it tacky at this point. It's just obviously not hard cured. I only poured it, what, 9 hours ago. But I am pretty impressed with the way the resin worked, so I may go ahead and order a larger supply of KS resin next time I need to order resin. But I think it came out pretty cool. The entire thing has just a tiny hint of sparkle from the mica. So overall, I am pretty happy. I have no idea what I'm going to put on this, so if you have any suggestions, let me know. But I'm happy with it overall. Thanks.